Hello folks, welcome to another episode of 8-Star Binge. And today we are actually going to get another 6 episodes in my love story. So without further ado, let's get into it. So, after our little escapade of Takeo trying to get into a school he can't get into for obvious reasons, him being a guy and it's an all-girl school, thought it was hilarious. We're now hitting up a storyline that I like the best. One of the very few storylines I thought was really cool. And starting with episode 13, it starts things off with our trio, Takeo, Yamato, and Tsunakawa, all hanging out together, having fun, letting Tsunakawa kind of choose the pace a little bit, to find out that it is Tsunakawa's birthday. So they're there to celebrate, give them cake, let them have fun. And unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, they end up going to where Takeo works while he is working. And Yamato's thrilled to see him at work. Tsunakawa's kind of like, so this is where he works. What are they? And a new gentleman shows up out of nowhere. By the name of Oda, and he's looking for Takeo. He's looking for Go to Takeo because he feels like he needs to know who this guy is. Finds out Takeo's a big 8-foot dude, big and buff, and he's like, oh God, what have I come into? Find out the guy he's sitting next to is Tsunakawa, which is which is his love interest brother. And then I shows up, dragging him out, yelling at him, telling him, what are you doing? To find out that he's trying to figure out who this Takeo guy is that she is in love with. Considering he's in love with I and really wants to know why he is like who this Takeo person that has captured her heart. So the entire episode, it's him pretty much trying to figure out where this unrequited love comes from and why it happens. He also is looking to find ways to have I find closure, knowing that Takeo already has a girlfriend and that relationship probably is not going to happen. So, about partway through the episode, Takeo wants to go on a date with Yamato to MM Land, which is very reminiscent to the idea of Tokyo Disneyland. Like, no joke. They just made the characters look different. MM, instead of Mickey Mouse, it's whatever this mascot's supposed to be. I was like, wow, really, guys? You've... As I say, I understand that, there's copyrights and all that other stuff, but, you guys can come up with something a little different. And, however, Yamato doesn't want to go because she feels like there is a jinx of couples who go to MM Land in their early stages and things fall flat for their relationship down the line. However, Oda, I, and Tsunakawa all want to get together and say, hey, if it's not a date and it's just a group outing, maybe the jinx won't happen. So why don't we just go? Yamato agrees, and thus we get to our next episode where they're all enjoying MM Land, they're all having fun, but Yamato's really weary about the whole jinx thing that goes on. Like, if you do this, there's a good chance the relationship will end. If you do this, there's a good chance this will happen. And she really wants to try and avoid that as much as possible. And Oda does everything in his power to separate Yamato and Takeo so I can have some one-on-one time with Takeo, so, like I said before, to find closure. He succeeds, but realizes this is probably isn't exactly what he really wanted. But in the end, it turns out I just can't do it. She's okay with being the big sis. And that's the way it's going to be. And in the end, I tells Yamato, have some faith in your boyfriend. Forget this whole Jinx thing. Y'all here to have fun. Y'all in love? Go for it. Do your thing. Well, have faith in the relationship. And that's pretty much where the episode kind of has a bit of closure to it, where Oda finally says, well, I'm going to fight for my love, even though you've given up on yours. And Yamato and Takeo have finally realized, our relationship's a stronger bond than some supposed rumors and jinx that going on a date will ever have. So, and I feel like that's where that needed to be, because you're showing that, don't let these rumors, don't let these things happen. We'll prove that our love is stronger than anything that could ever happen. So, after that, now we get into a storyline that features a little more towards the idea that our main character Takeo is supposedly unpopular. Episodes 15 and 16 go through a motion where Takeo's school is having a sports festival. And his class has to sign up for different events. And one of the events he goes through is a relay race. Well, one of his classmates ends up getting injured and has to get replaced by someone new. And we went from someone who's really fast and athletic to the typical average girl who doesn't really... Sports is not really her thing. She's more of the girly girl character. Her name is Saijo Maria. And she's afraid of Goda. She's afraid of Takeo. To the point where... like, he's standing there just watching her run, and he's not intimidating or nothing. He's just kind of watching her. And when she looks up, he just happens to look angry, and he's like, oh God, what am I going to do? Like, I don't want to be killed because I'm running slow. And, of course, partway through, he, as he's walking home one day with Tsunokawa and Yamato always has like this worry that because she's not around, because she's not there, that somebody else is going to take Takeo away from her. Well, Takeo is very convinced that I'm not popular with girls. Never have been. It's no need to worry. It's just not going to happen. Well, that's until he runs into Saijo one day outside of school, and she feels like, I'm sorry, I know I'm slow, blah, blah. And he's like, well, how about I train you? We can get you fast, we can get you going, and great. And throughout the training, Saijo starts to develop feelings for him. And, of course, they go through all the training, all through the gimmicks and whatnot, to the point where when Yamato does meet Saijo, she has this worry about her. And it's to be expected. Yamato ends up going through what's considered, this kind of bit of a jealous phase or kind of worry phase for her. And every time she has that worried look on her face, Takeo says, look, I'm not popular with girls. It's how it always is. And we go through the sports festival, and the pinnacle moment happens. They're really into it. The relay race is going. First two people are going fast. They get Saijo. Saijo is obviously far from being fast. Everybody else has run past her at this point. And the crowd is just like, oh no, what do we do? And she ends up tripping. Well, after everyone's already taken off, Takeo's the only person still there with his hand out, ready to receive the baton so he can get to running. And that's the point where she's like, yeah, this guy, I like him. I like Takeo. She gets up, motivated, hands him the baton, and it's kind of like a joke at this point because he runs so fast. Like, dead last, all of a sudden he's first place. To the point where the crowd's just like, yeah, you can do it, you can do it. Man, he really can do it. Damn. He gone. And it turns out to be a really cool moment. And at the end of the episode, they did the whole behind the school thing, confession, and Yamato's hiding behind the wall, and she's worried that this would be an actual confession, that this may be that moment that she's been dreading. Then Saijo turns to Takeo and says, I like you as a person. I want to be your disciple, call you master. Goto, being an idiot, not understanding really what she means, says yes, but it is what it is, and that's how it goes. The next episode, however, though they kind of have more of that like friendship thing going on, Tsunekawa kind of has to get involved. Tsunekawa's letting Saijo know, hey, I hate to say this, but you're going to be the one hurt in the long run if you don't be true to your feelings. Like, go to know what's going on so you can move on from this, because Gota is very much in love with Yamato. Yamato's in love with him. I guarantee you that's not going to break. So, by the time she gets to confessing and is rejected, it becomes a bit of a heartfelt moment because she's sad because she got Saijo's sad because she's been rejected and being counseled by Tsunekawa. Takeo goes to Yamada saying, hey, I've been confessed by her. I let her down. I let her know that I'm in love with you. Nothing's going to break that. And that makes Yamada very happy to the point of tears, that she's glad that this has happened, that, we can make this relationship work. So it ends up being a thumbs up all around. Especially when the next day, Saijo, though as saddened as she is glad that she's able to still talk to Gota and be friends with him at the very least, without all the blatant awkwardness that would normally come from the situation. She's allowed to at least be saying, hey, sweet, we can still be friends. Thank you. Thank you for your time. I have no regrets. Then we head off to episode 17, where it's a Christmas episode. And Takeo and the boys and Yamato and the girls want to get together for a big old Christmas party. Sounds cool. However, respected friends of Takeo and Yamato, names of Kurihara and Nanako, apparently they've been on a date before, trying to feel each other out, and they weren't sure if they should date each other. Well, they decided to go ahead and use this Christmas party as a way of doing that. However, Kurihara is oddly acting like, the buddy-buddy high-five guy, the, hey, that's, the whole almost friend-zoning kind of character, but at the same time sending mixed feelings of, you should be dating. But doesn't really come across very well the way he acts. And at some point, Nanako's receiving too many mixed feelings from the situation that she leaves the party. And of course, Yamato follows behind to figure out what's wrong. And some big, rough, you know, delinquent guys show up thinking, hey, ladies, how you doing? And a pinnacle moment is this where they're in trouble from these kind of big, rough dudes coming in when Kurihara shows up. And Kurihara, at this point, in his head's thinking, oh crap, these guys look tough, I need to go get backup. However, Nanako sees it as he ran away instead of helping. Though the situation is diffused really easily with the appearance of Takeo, nothing's really solved between Kurihara and Nanako. The point where Nanako's so upset with him that she leaves entirely. And Kurihara is on his knees trying to crap, I screwed up. I didn't know what did on. So we're talking, you know, I think what the problem was. It wasn't the fact that helping, it's the fact that it stepped to help yourself. John, and this area where they're at, and there's a bit of a legend where there's a star. If you climb the tree and get it, retrieve it, feelings to love, and she says yes. You know, relationship ensue. So Otto calls Nanako back, and by the time Nanako comes back, she sees that Kurihara is actually attempting to retrieve the said star. Does it successfully, confesses his love, and Nanako's like, you know what? Yes, we'll go ahead and give this a shot. And thus, our happy Christmas ending is, as it seems. This episode I liked because it's, you're watching a different relationship happen in the series based on a couple's relationship, but it kind of has a bit of a caveat to it because in this episode, Kurihara and Nanako have kissed at the end of this episode, which something Takeo and Yamato haven't actually done. And it actually depresses Yamato quite a bit and shocks Takeo, like, what? Yes, what? To the point where episode 18 kind of kicks in, and this is the episode for Takeo. And Takeo kind of has a odd way of dealing with things in a relationship because he thinks, holding hands is kind of innovative where he's at right now, and that by the time he gets ready to kiss, he should be in his third year of high school. And it just amuses me because both I and Yamato are like, third year? Before I get a kiss? Oh, God. It's like, that's kind of depressing. And so Tsunekawa, at this point, has come up with an idea of, how about you take the initiative? Because obviously he's not going to. Takeo's not going to. And so the birthday happens. Also, by the time birthday happens, it's also New Year's, so they're heading towards the shrine. Typical shrine visit. And then they head to Takeo's house to celebrate birthday. Of course, a bunch of friends come over. The family is doing their thing, and they finally get some alone one-on-one time where they share a cake. And then she says, all right, close your eyes and make a wish. And while he's making a wish, she gets up and kisses him. But for some strange reason, Takeo didn't notice at all. And that kind of shocked Yamato for a bit. And of course, after the celebration, Yamato's on her way home, and Takeo goes to see Sunakawa and says, "Hey man, birthday was awesome. You know, it's like got cake out of it, got to see friends, go to shrine, be with my girlfriend, and I don't know, it was kind of weird. I felt like there was this bug or something. It was kind of odd, and to the point where Sunakawa goes, a bug, you say? Are you sure? It wasn't maybe, oh, I don't know, a kiss?" And that's when Takeo's like, cogs in his head all of a sudden finally start turning. Holy crap, it was a kiss. Runs out the building, chases after Yamato, and goes, "Holy crap, I didn't realize what was going on, but I think I understand now." And then, literally, snowfall, middle of winter, they share a kiss in the streets. And it's a moment of, like, good, there's progress happening. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's like, I understand that, you know, Takeo is very, I guess, modest, but I don't know if that's the correct word for that. But he's very slow and oblivious to how a relationship can and will work. Because there's no real rules to how a relationship should work. People just have ideas of how a relationship should work. And his ideals were a little extreme. And basically it just takes some outside help and some little ingenuity to finally get the wheel spinning on getting this relationship going. And that's something I know Yamato's really looked forward to for a long time and finally got. So, folks, this has literally been episodes 13 through 18. These 6 episodes have been very quick-paced and a lot of things that would interrupt a relationship, but have shown that their bond is stronger than anything they can run into. Anything from, jealous men trying to get somebody who's not even really involved to Takeo starting to realize there are people who are willing to say, "Hey, how you doing?" to just overall realizing that relationships around them are going faster than they are. Things are just turning, things are just going. And I like it. It does seem a bit fast-paced to a semi-degree, but at the same time seems really slow, because part of you, I'm sure thinking as you're watching the show, why aren't they going for it? Why aren't they going for it? But it is. You have two people who know nothing of love. This is their first love, and they don't know how to experience it. It's a very, very high school-esque feel to it, because not everyone knows what to do with their relationship. Not everyone has that fast pace to go in and hold hands, kiss, all that stuff. A lot of people just like the idea of just being around the person and just being with them and doing stuff, and I kind of like that. Here you're getting a little happy medium of both, where you're slowly watching them finally figure out how their relationship should go, or how their relationship is going to turn out. And that's what I like about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're almost done with the series. 6 more episodes left to go, and more comedy, more things to come. And I hope you look forward to seeing more 8-star binge from me, Dave, and everyone else who's willing to contribute. Once again, always check out more on Geek Carolina. Check out, Denzi Blitz's Dendicaster, with your host, Mike Brown. All our episodes of Rage Quit Radio, all the games that we like to play, those are always fantastic. Always Chop Socket Cinema with your boys, Raj and Josh, as well as Chop Socket with me and William Harrison. So tons of shows, tons of things to see. Let us know how we did. Remember, if you liked the show, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down, and leave a comment below of why you think so. So that way we can make the show better for you and everyone else who loves watching anime, loves watching tokusatsu, and everything in between. So, ladies and gentlemen, till next time, I'm Chris Brown. This was Anime Binge. We'll see you around.